Hi everyone, welcome to MASH Math. Today we are going to study chapter 7 triangles, theorem 7.1, angle side angle congruence rule. So before that, let's go back to what we have studied in introduction part 2. Introduction part 2, we have studied about the criteria for congruence of the triangles. In that we studied that these are the five conditions are there. If these conditions are fulfilled, then we can say the given triangles are congruent. In that, the second condition, that is side angle side. So this is the second condition, side angle side, where it is said when side angle side of these two triangles are same, then we can say that both the triangles are congruent. Congruent meaning they are identical. Okay, so this condition is assumed as a axiom. Axiom meaning is what? Axiom meaning is universal truth. Okay, so this law or this condition, side angle side, if we see any two triangles where side angle sides are same, then we can say that these two triangles are congruent. So this rule is accepted as axiom. Axiom meaning is as universal truth. Universal truth means we don't need to prove. But then this we don't need to prove. But using this, we can prove the remaining conditions. Mean the remaining congruence rules are there. All four rules that I told you means among these five. That is this. Among these five, this is accepted as the axiom, means universal truth. So now this we can keep it as a base to prove all other congruent rule we can prove. So in this theorem, we are going to use that only. Using the side angle side rule, we keep it as a base or the universal truth. Keeping that, we will prove the other rules. So in this theorem 7.1, we are going to prove angle side angle congruence rule. So this theorem says what? Two triangles are congruent if two angles and the included side of one triangle are equal to two angles and the included side of the other triangle. Meaning to say, if one triangle, two angles and the included side means of this two angle, included side is this. So two triangles and the included side of one triangle is equal to the other triangle where two angles and the included sides are there. So that's what this rule is saying. So when angle side angle, so we have to prove now angle side angle. This congruent rule we are going to prove. So where it says two triangles are congruent if two angles and the included side of one triangle is equal to other triangle where two angles and the included sides are the same. So that we have to prove. Okay, this we have to prove. So theorem means we have to prove. So first of what we write, normally we write what is given to us. Okay, so let's write down first what is given to us. In this theorem, what is given to us, we will write down, then we will prove that it is true. So what is given to us is that this angle, two triangles are congruent. Two triangles are congruent means two triangles are identical if two angles and the included side of the one triangle is equal to the two angles and the included side of the other triangle. So what is given is, that means if two angles are equal means angle B is equal to angle E. That is given to us. Then angle C is equal to angle F. That's why I put it in two different colors. So this angle is equal to this angle and this is equal to this angle. That's what is told in this theorem. And then this side BC is equal to EF. Okay, these are the things that is given to us according to this theorem. So that we have to prove. Okay, so that is given to us. What we have to prove? What we have to prove is this: both these triangles are congruent. That is, triangle ABC is congruent to triangle DEF. This is what we have to prove, that both are congruent. So let's begin proof. Okay, proof. Now look at this, both the triangles. Look at this, both the triangles, and you see side AB and side DE. Now this side, there are three possibilities are there. One possibility is both the sides can be equal. Other possibility, one can be bigger than the other one. Other possibility can be smaller than the other one. So let's write down. There can be three possibilities. Three possibilities between AB and DE, or you can say DE or ED, anyhow you can say. Okay, there are three possibilities. What are the possibilities? Either in case 1, AB can be equal to ED. Second possibility is AB can be bigger than ED. Third possibility is AB can be smaller than ED. So these are the three possibilities. We can take this side, because this side is nothing is told to us. What is told to us is these angles are equal and this side is equal. About this side nothing is told to us. So let's take this side. So when we take this side, either of these possibilities are existing. So let us see one by one. In case 1, if AB is equal to ED. Okay, let us take in case in this two triangle, if AB is equal to ED. So let us write down. So we have considered that AB is equal to ED. So if this is the case, then what are the things are matching here? AB is equal to ED. Can we write down? So in this case, in triangle ABC and in triangle DEF, AB is equal to ED, because we are assuming that. Okay, assumed. That is one thing. Then already we know that angle B is equal to angle E. Here you see angle B is equal to angle E. So let us write down angle B is equal to angle E, because it is given to us. Then BC is equal to EF. BC is equal to EF. This also is given to us. So BC is equal to EF. This is also given to us. So now what are these things? Just see here. So this side is equal to this side. This angle is equal to this angle. And this side is equal to this side. Just now I told you that we assume side angle side as a axiom, universal truth. Based on this, we will prove the other rule we said. So can we say now side angle side, side angle side. So by this condition or by this rule, both the triangles are congruent. So let's write down. So therefore, triangle ABC is congruent to triangle DEF by side angle side criteria. Okay, so we have proved in first case, when AB is equal to ED, this both becomes identical or congruent by side angle side criteria. We have proved that both are equal. Okay, now let's go for the second condition. This we have finished. Let's take in case if AB is greater than ED. Okay, in second condition we go. This is first condition. So if AB is greater than ED, then what other things are there? So if we consider now second case, if AB is greater than ED, then we'll do a construction. We'll take a point on AB I'll just clear up this. So we take a point here P such a way that this side is equal to this side, because we are telling that AB is greater than ED. If that is the case, then we take a point here P, and then we consider that this PB is equal to ED. So let's join this P with C here. Okay. So now let's see in this triangle, in both this triangle. Okay. So let's take a point P on AB such that PB will be equal to ED. Okay, so if that is the case, so let's see in triangle PBC and triangle DEF. So let's take between these two triangle. Okay, so between these two triangle we have taken that PB is equal to ED, and already it is given to us that this angle is equal to this angle and this side is equal to this side. Okay, so again it becomes side angle side, side angle side. This is side, this angle, this is side. So side and angle and side. So again side angle side rule, this two triangle becomes congruent. Okay, so I'll write down that same thing here, that PB is equal to ED, because by construction we have constructed that by construction. Then angle B is equal to angle E, that is given to us. Again BC, side BC is equal to EF, that also is given to us. So again triangle PBC becomes congruent to triangle DEF by side angle side criteria. Okay, up to here I have explained to you. So by side angle side criteria, these two triangle becomes congruent. So if these two triangles are becoming congruent, means what is the meaning? That means the remaining parts will be corresponding parts of the congruent triangles, because when we say two are identical, then the remaining side also will be identical. That means PC will be equal to DF, and this angle that we see here, this angle will be equal to angle F, because we said these both are congruent triangle, both are identical. If both are identical, by rule of CPCT, that is corresponding parts of the congruent triangle will be equal. So that means if these two triangles are identical, this angle will be equal to this angle. So can we write down that? So in triangle PBC, we said that it is congruent by triangle DEF. Just now we said both are congruent. Okay, both are congruent by side angle side. So if that is the case, then angle that is this angle PCB, this angle will be equal to DEF, to this angle by CPCT, that is the congruent parts of the corresponding parts of the congruent triangle. So angle PCB will be equal to angle DFE by CPCT. Okay, but then already we know that angle ACB is equal to angle DFE. ACB means angle C is equal to angle F, that is angle ACB. C means ACB is equal to DFE. So we write down angle ACB is equal to angle DFE, because it is already given to us. So if If this angle is equal to this angle, this also is equal to this angle, means if right side is the same, then left side also will be same. So therefore, angle PCB will be equal to angle ACB. This becomes equal, then if this is equal to this also is equal to this same angle, then these two also will be equal. So when these two will be equal, this is possible only when this is possible only when PB coincides with AB. See here, we said this angle is equal to this angle, but already given to us this angle is equal to this angle. So if this angle is equal to this angle and this also is equal to this angle, so that means this is possible only when both angle will be equal, when P coincides with A. So both the angle will become equal only when this point is coinciding with this point, then only it will be equal. So not PB, P coincides with point A. Okay, so if it coincides, then we can say that PB is equal to AB. But already we know that, we have studied already, or we have assumed, okay, we have assumed that PB is equal to ED. We have constructed the point, no, we have constructed such a way, this point we had taken that PB is equal to ED. This was our by construction we have done it, or we have assumed, or you can say by construction we have already said it. So if PB is equal to AB, PB also is equal to ED, then can we say that this will be equal to each other? So PB is equal to AB, it becomes, because when P coincides with point A, PB becomes AB. So already we know that PB is equal to ED by construction. Okay, so therefore, so if PB is equal to AB and PB also is equal to ED, that means can we say that PB and AB will be equal? Okay, sorry, we can say that if PB is equal to ABC, I'll show you with the diagram. We are saying that if PB, see, P is coinciding with A, we said. If P is coinciding with A, that means PB will become equal to AB. But then already we have just proved that AB is equal to ED. So if that is the case, if it is coinciding, then it becomes the same only. So if then PB is equal to AB, then AB also is equal to ED. Okay, just proved. Okay, we had just proved that. Just proved that AB also is equal to ED. So if AB is equal to PB, AB also is equal to ED, then we can say that AB also will be equal to PB. Okay, so if that is the case, then triangle ABC will become congruent to triangle DEF. It's not complicated, just think here. First we proved that AB is equal to ED. So if they are equal, then by side angle side we proved both are congruent. In case if AB is bigger than ED, then what we did, we constructed a point there such a way that that line becomes equal to this side. So then what happened, then we proved again side angle side, we proved that these two triangles are congruent. Now if these two triangles are congruent, the angle also will become equal to each other because corresponding parts of the congruent triangle. So we said if these two triangles are congruent, this angle will be equal to this angle. But then already it is given to us that this angle is equal to this angle. So if we say this angle is equal to this angle, and this angle also is equal to this angle, then can we say this both are same only? If both this is same, then only means if this will become same only. So when it will become same, then this P coincides with A. That means P is not here, it should be here. Then only this becomes possible, both the angle will become equal. So we proved that So if this is coinciding, P is coinciding with A, then only it is possible both the angles to be equal. So once we prove that both the angles are equal, then we are saying that means PB is equal to AB, we said. So if PB is equal to AB, then AB also we have proved that is equal to ED. That means this triangle ABC becomes congruent to this triangle DEF by side angle side rule. Both becomes congruent. So that's what we have proved. Same way for case 3. Same way, if we take this case where AB is smaller than ED. So if we think that AB is smaller than ED, then same procedure we can do. That is, we can consider that if AB is smaller than ED, then you can take a point here we can take, and we construct a line such a way that AB becomes equal to this. Same procedure we can use and prove that both the triangles are congruent. So case 3 where AB is smaller than ED, we can take similar, we can prove similarly as in the case 2. Thus triangle ABC becomes congruent to triangle DEF. So same way, third one also same way, we can take one point here and then same argument we can write down and prove. So you don't need to do the third part of it, just you can say similarly we can prove the third case also. So finally what we are concluding? We are concluding that if two angles and the included side of a triangle is equal to the other side where two angles included sides are equal, then this two triangle becomes congruent, because we have proved just now whichever way you take they become congruent. So that means this condition is enough for us to know that these two triangles are congruent. That's it. Thank you and God bless you.